So you think playing with better players will crush your confidence? What if I told you that it could be the quickest way to level up your game? Playing with better players just pushes you out of your comfort zone. You'll naturally focus more and you'll be a lot more decisive in your decision making. When you play with better players, you get to sit back and just watch and observe how they play the game. And I know personally, I have learned so much from playing with better players, and every opportunity that I get, I will always put myself with better golfers. If I want to be the best possible golfer that I can be, that's not going to be by playing with people of the same skill level as me. That's going to be by playing with people who are better than me. I want to see what they do different so that I can implement that into my own game. Learn by observation. Just sit back and watch them play. Sit back and watch their decision making. I mean, I've done it so many times that I've played with better golfers. And look, I'll be honest, the first time I played with a better golfer, yeah, I was nervous and I was timid and I was always sitting there thinking they were just worried about what I was doing, or they were watching me and picking apart my swing and probably laughing internally at what I was doing wrong. But you couldn't be further from the truth. It's all about benchmarking, being up close and personal to people who are at the level that you want to be at. It's the best possible way to learn. Like if you could play alongside someone like Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi in a game, wouldn't you learn so much just from watching them? Do you honestly think they would be sitting there watching you going, oh my God, this guy's horrible? No, they've put in the time, the effort, the hours that it takes to get to where they wanted to be. They're not sitting there thinking about you. You mean nothing to them. That's the harsh reality of it. You mean nothing to them. They're not worried about you. So stop being worried about what they think. They're not worried about you. I promise you. And on that, mimicking better players is how athletes actually get better faster. All the best athletes in the world, they just mimic what the GOATs do. They will practice like the GOATs do. They'll do everything like the GOATs do because they know that that is a proven recipe on how to be successful at what they're trying to achieve. It's not about beating them. You're not there to beat them. Every single golfer is versing the course. Every single golfer is playing against par. Yeah, there are other people on the course with you, but they're chasing the same thing. They want to better themselves and better their own score. They're not sitting there trying to beat you. Like unless you're in a head-to-head match play or you're playing each other for money or anything like that, you're not playing against each other. You are literally playing against the course. You're trying to beat your best possible score against par. That's all that it is. Getting uncomfortable on the golf course is where the real mindset shifts happen. That's where you will start to develop more as a golfer and become a better golfer. And when you're playing with these better players, you just need to remember that you are playing to better yourself. You are playing to beat yourself, not to beat them and not to beat their scorecard. Your ego will scream, and that's good. Getting uncomfortable is where the real mindset shifts happen. Don't avoid that feeling. Use it as fuel to become better. Being uncomfortable, I know that when I get lessons or I go and try new things on the course, when I feel uncomfortable, I no longer am upset about that because I know that something is changing. There's a shift. It means that I must be improving in a way that my body's not used to. I must be playing in a way that my body's not used to. That's the whole point of breaking the norm. You've got to remember that most low handicap players, they love to help. And some, they just love giving out unsolicited advice. I know even with me, I'll get scratch golfers giving me advice, even though I haven't asked for it. And look, I've got no problem with it. I know some people get funny about it, but I actually like it because it's good to see that they are willing to help me. It doesn't matter what level that I'm at. And I'm playing against these people half the time, yet they are still willing to offer me advice and still willing to help me. And I absolutely love that. So if you're sitting out there as a high handicapper and you're thinking, oh, I don't want to play with the low handicappers because they're just gonna pick apart my swing and go and tell all their buddies how bad I was. Again, you couldn't be further from the truth. Lower handicap players want higher handicap players to play with them. Like I just had this conversation yesterday with a friend. Like, yes, I prefer to play with low handicap players because that's how I learn, but I also would love to have some higher handicap players playing with me because it helps me go back to the basics sometimes, because sometimes I overlook the basics. It could be a setup key, it could be a grip thing, it could be anything, and I overlook them. And then when I go and teach high handicap, and I'm not a golf coach, by the way, but when I go and help someone, just to give them a little bit of advice, I sometimes run through the steps that actually help me get to where I got to with golf. And then I start to realize that, hey, Rubes, you don't do that anymore. You need to start doing that again if you want to stay on top of your swing. So it helps everyone. So don't be sitting out there thinking that you're an outcast or that you're not good enough to play events. Get out there and play. Get out there and experience it. All low handicap players, or maybe most, like there's the exception like Tiger Woods, but all low handicap players have been exactly where you are. If you're a high handicap player sitting out there thinking, oh my gosh, everyone's just so much better than me, like I must be crap at this game. No, everyone started the same way. Everyone started on a high handicap. No one came into golf. I don't care what anyone says. No one came into golf and picked up a golf club and shot par. It just doesn't happen. You have to learn how to play. You have to learn how to score. And that all comes from experiences. I've always said that a handicap is just a number that gauges how much experience you have. And the lower that number, the more experience you have of playing golf. Don't be afraid to ask questions and absorb all that information they give you. Trust me, it is so valuable. Some of those people, like me, have watched countless hours of YouTube, have spent thousands of dollars on golf lessons to learn the things that we now know that help us score better, to help us be better golfers. So when they are giving you advice, absorb it. You don't need to take all of it on because sometimes it's just not for everyone, but take the little bits and pieces that you know are going to help you. You know, mimic their routines. Like just copy a few different things that they do and just see if it works for you. It is the best possible way. Like copy what they do so you get a feeling for what that feels like. And when something sticks or something feels good and you're like, oh wow, that was a great outcome, use it. And I guess that takes me to the last point where if you're the best person in your playing group, you're in the wrong group. You're not going to learn anything. Look, if you're in a social setting or you're playing just for fun, that's fine. But if you are serious about improving, you're serious about getting your handicap lower, you're serious about becoming a better golfer, you need to not be the best person in your group. You need to, when you're booking on the tee sheet, whether you're a private club member or a social member, when you're booking on the tee sheet, you need to be looking at the sheet for the lowest possible handicap players that you can find. And I promise you, they're not looking at it when they rock up on Saturday morning and they see that there's a 30 handicapper amongst a bunch of, 2 to 5 handicappers. They're not sitting there going, oh, 30 handicapper. I can almost guarantee they're sitting there like, they will actually breathe a sigh of relief to be like, wow, someone refreshing that we get to actually speak to. Because I can tell you right now, and I've played with enough of them, a lot of low handicap players, and this is just a trait of theirs, they get so far into their zone that they just forget that they're even playing with anyone else. Now, it's a good and a bad thing, but as a higher handicapper, you need to be able to just feel comfortable being there. And trust me, they will love that you're around and they will offer up the advice if you ask for it. If you are genuinely struggling, don't be afraid to say, oh, what did I do wrong there? Because they will help you. They want to help you. I promise you they do. I want to see as many people playing golf as possible. I want golf to be the long-term game of their life. There's so many benefits to it, and I will go through those in another video, but I want everyone to play golf and enjoy the sport just as much as I do. So remember, if you do want to improve, you need to choose growth over comfort. It is so important. So in closing, next time someone who's lower handicapper than you offers for you to play with them, don't say no. Take that opportunity, grab it with both hands and enjoy it and take the experience and learn from it. You will, honestly, your future self will thank you. I promise you. I've been there and I did the exact same thing. And look, you're all probably sitting out there going, oh yeah, whatever. Like that's not for me. It's not going to work for me. I was you too. I was like, nah, yeah, cool. Thanks for that advice, but it's not going to work. I'm telling you, your future self will thank you. So please listen to me. Please go and play with better players. They will enjoy it, you will enjoy it, and you're going to get more benefit out of it than them. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you again on the next video. Peace.